Welcome back to the Gardening with Joe and Holly radio show. Thank you for being with us today. Time for garden questions and answers. You've got a question, or you can send it on over to gardentalkradio@gmail.com. That's gardentalkradio@gmail.com. Or you can give us a call on our hotline, toll-free, coast to coast at 1-800-927-SHOW. That's 1-800-927-7469.
This question is sponsored by Fleet Farm and fleetfarm.com. When is the best time to transplant my cucumbers from my seed tray?
Well, first of all, it's best is cucumbers and that family of seeds is best to be directly sown when the soil temperature is at root zone, which is about 1 inch to 2 inches deep, of 65 degrees or above. If the temperature is below 50 degrees, the seeds won't germinate. But since you've already started them indoors, if you properly harden them off, then you can take them out when the chances of all frost are over, and you can plant them at that point. You want to harden them off again correctly. And then once the soil temperature exceeds that 65 degrees and above at root zone, you can go ahead and plant them. But if you take a transplant and you put it in the ground, and next to it you put a seed in the ground, in about 4 weeks, they're both going to be about the same size. So by direct sowing these plants, you can greatly reduce the amount of area in your grow room or your home in which you need to have space to start these seeds. So keep that in mind. All right. So our next question, let's go to Gary, who is listening to us on WPIC 790 in, Sharon, Pennsylvania. And he's got a question, and let's see what we can do for him.
Yeah, hi. This is Gary in West Middlesex, Pennsylvania. I just had a question. I'm trying to reseed a small section of property on land that was dug up and with grass seed, and with all the temperature difference, hot, cold, really hot, and then getting cold again. Should I wait until it's like the temperatures have gotten more seasonal and regulated to put the grass seed down? Because I put some down earlier and it didn't seem like it sprouted, so maybe it got too cold again, and it got all that rain too. Something got washed down away. Okay, thanks.
All right, Holly, can we help him out here?
Yeah, we can. So you can essentially put grass seed down anytime, but it is best to do it in the late summer and then all through the fall, because it wants to grow in those cooler temperatures.
Yeah. In Pennsylvania, you can, based on where you're at in the state, he is in the southern portions of the state, they do have grass seed of Zyas, Zoysia, which is a warm season grass, which you can plant now. But typically, most of the grasses you would grow in Pennsylvania are cool season grasses. And Kentucky bluegrass, fescue, that type of thing. So you can grow it any time. Again, if it's been cold and then hot and then cold, you're going to have problems getting that germination to occur. So certainly wait until the season. If you do want to get that spot filled in as quick as possible, you can either seed it as soon as the temperature and the soil warms up, or you can actually, if you have a small area, you could drop sod in there as well. So hopefully that helps you out, Gary. Thank you for giving us a call. If you want to be like Larry, you can send us, you can jam your fingers in the phone and give us a call at 1-800-927-SHOW. That's 1-800-927-7469. All right, Holly, what is the difference between potting mix and soil starting mix?
Well, so the internet answer is that seed starting mix provides the ideal environment for germinating seeds, but isn't designed to feed the seedlings long term. So basically, seed starting mix is good to get those little guys going, but not long term. Potting soil is ideal for over several weeks of growth, or months at a time, but isn't ideal for planting seeds. Now, because it has a slow release fertilizer. Now, for us, we've started seeds in both and had success just fine. So it's really up to you. It's kind of your mileage may vary type of situation. I personally, as somebody who likes efficiency, would not purchase seed starting mix and then potting soil. I would just purchase one or the other.
Right. Get something with that slow release in it. That's what we use, and it feeds our plants from the time we put them in the seed starting tray or start them till we take them outside. So you can you're potting and something, whatever it is, have a slow release fertilizer, because yes, there is nutrients in that potting soil most times, but if you have that slow release fertilizer, that's going to help supplement some of that energy that plant needs, so you don't have to supplement it yourself.
Well, here's a question for you, Joey, because
Yes.
it's your favorite thing to do.
Okay, what's that?
I mean, you do like doing it, I think. Maybe. I'm not really sure. Probably you're the more responsible one in this case. Can you explain hardening of plants and how to do it? Do I do it for all my plants? What's up with that?
Okay, so as we talked about a few moments ago, by planting or direct sowing as many of your warm weather crops as possible, you don't have to harden them off. Hardening off plants is a procedure in which you take the plants from your indoor climate-controlled environment or greenhouse and gradually get them acclimated to the outdoor temperatures, the intense sunlight, as well as the temperature itself, the ambient temperature. Inside, 60 to 70 degrees. In greenhouse, can be up to 80 degrees. For your onions, your leeks, your pepper, or your any of your plants, your cool weather crops, you still have to get them acclimated. You just can't take them from 70 degrees, plant them in the ground, and expect them that the soil is 38 to 45 degrees and it's going to do fine. They're going to go in a shock. So by getting them acclimated, you are getting them used to being outside. So in order to do this correctly, you want to start the first day, take them outside, but put them in a shaded area. Then the second, and for as long as you can, a cloudy week is ideal for this, because even though it's cloudy, there is a certain amount of rays of sunlight coming in, but it's not as intense as it would be if it was full sun all day. So by doing this every day, you're gradually working the plants out of shade into full sun, getting them acclimated to that intensity, so you're not bleaching or burning the plants, sunburning the plants by just taking them out and putting them right in the ground. Soil's cold, temperature, sun is burning them up, and you're not going to have a good result. There are many different ways to do this efficiently, but that is the general consensus or understanding of taking them out, shade, bringing them back in at night, taking them out in shade, working them into full sun over the course of 7 days. I know this can be a challenge if you are not able to be at home to do such, but by the end of the week, you'll be leaving them out all night, whether it's a cool weather crop at the proper time of planting or a warm weather crop at the time of planting for that.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.